I just coming at you here with this really cool video. I got some powerful stuff I want to share with you, man. First off, thanks for watching my video. Hope you subscribe to my channel if you're seeing this on YouTube. If this is on my blog, just at the end of this video, if you get done reading, just drop a comment down below, share your thoughts or something, right? I'm actually just hanging out by the pool right now, so I just said let me make this video real quick while I got these issues on my mind to share with you. Man, I'm actually reading this really cool book. It's called Who Stole the American Dream 2 by Burke Hedges, right? And this is probably like the 4th or 5th time I'm actually reading this book, and every time I read it, it just unveils more and more truth for things that I've experienced over the last 6, 7, 8, almost 10 years now. And the stuff that he talks about, man, in this book it'll open your eyes to some stuff. You know what I mean? He breaks down the real truth behind the American dream, which really has become the American nightmare today when you think about it in actuality, because a lot of us are given the old adage, go to school, get a good education, and one day you'll get a good job, right? But how often does that really work out? The average American going to college right now, when they graduate college, they're told to go back to school and get another degree, right? Like get a BS degree or something, right? And a BS degree is nothing more than a bullshit degree that sends you back to school for another degree to get a PhD, where today there's thousands of people every month getting PhDs, right? So all the top level jobs, they're all fleeing America, right? There's none out there. So what are these PhD graduates doing? They're having to go back to college to teach other people how to get PhDs, right? And at the end of it, you're paying, well, before you even start, you got to pay these ridiculous high education fees for whatever, books, tuition, and all that crap. And the price of education is just getting higher and higher. But the information isn't changing, which is friggin' mind-blowing if you ask me. People go to college for 4, 6, 7, 8 years, and they fail to realize, especially in today's society and economy, every 2 years information is pretty much obsolete, or there's new technology that's out, and you got to relearn everything, right? So from my eyes, college isn't the key. I've been to 3 different schools, and I dropped out of 2 of them because I just didn't see the point when you have sites out there like YouTube where you can go and learn pretty much anything that you want to learn. And there's nothing, the best teacher in life is experience. You know what I mean? Nothing can teach you better than that. I don't think it makes sense for somebody to go to college for 4, 6, 7, 8, 10 years or what have you to be a professional student only to get a friggin' piece of paper at the end of the day that does not guarantee you a job. It actually guarantees you a night job working at probably Starbucks or McDonald's or something, which at the end of the day, I don't think you're going to get paid what you're worth working at those places, right? And a lot of people, they shun away from private franchising, and they think that education, college education, is the way to success and riches in this country. Dead wrong. Okay, that's the biggest lie you've ever been told. That's the biggest lie that you've been sold, and guess what? 98% of Americans buy that crap. You know what I mean? 98%ers, they buy that crap, right? And I'm telling you, man, if you want to sit down and just accept that college education is the way to go, man, I'm sorry for you. Unless you're in the medical field, where you're going to be able to the medical field is growing. It's expanding every day, all right? There's more and more jobs in the medical field than anything else out there, right? So it's a great field of being. Me, personally, I don't want to go to school for a decade to learn how to become a doctor. I don't like that crap, because you're still at mercy. I mean, no disrespect to doctors, man. I love doctors because we need them and all. And hats off to you if you want to be a doctor. However, it's not going to, at the end of the day, it's not, from what I'm seeing, it's not really, financially worth it. You know what I'm saying? There's people out there that are running big corporations, pulling in hundreds of millions, billions of dollars in annual salary plus stock options, you know what I mean, which is ridiculous. Look at somebody like Larry Ellison, for instance, right? He's the 5th richest guy on earth right now, worth about $56 billion or some nonsense like that. And during the dot-com bust, this guy pulled in $800 million, man, while 60-something thousand employees lost their jobs, right? They actually, their lives buckled, and he just brought in a fat $800 million. And then what did he do? He went out and he built the world's biggest yacht, right? The Rising Star or something, $100 million boat or some crap, right? Well, while people are out there suffering. Is that fair? It sure isn't. Is it right? Definitely not. I don't agree with it, but there's information and there's things that he did that a lot of people don't get access to. Why? Because a lot of times people go and believe the bullshit that they're told in school, right? And when you think about it, the education system is actually adopted from a Prussian system where it teaches people to either be workers and be told what to do, or or be punished straight up. You know what I mean? If you don't do what you're told, you're going to be punished. You know what I mean? And then the one thing that people don't grasp, and they go to these institutions and they fail to realize that they're studying to become a part of one of the biggest Ponzi schemes on planet Earth, right? If you're working a 9-to-5 job, you're paying into one of the biggest Ponzi scheme in America, right? Because you have no control over it, because it's something called Social Security tax, right? A Ponzi scheme, first off, is nothing more than, first off, let me back up a little bit. Pyramid scheme, because a lot of people get twisted between what Ponzi schemes are and what a pyramid scheme is and where it actually came from. A pyramid, right, is one of the best structures and one of the most powerful structures on planet Earth. There's both legal and illegal pyramid schemes, right? The biggest legal pyramid scheme is Social Security, right? And a scheme is nothing more than a well laid out plan, right? And a pyramid, it's like a cell phone, right? A cell phone it's a tool, right? A pyramid is a strong structure, it's a tool. But what determines if something is good or bad? The user, right? So if I were to use my cell phone right now, I'm using it to make this video, and I'm giving value. I'm giving you value. I'm educating you. It's a good tool. However, if I was to take the cell phone, like, some people, and create a trigger mechanism for a bomb, it's now a bad tool. Is a cell phone bad? No, it's the user that makes the decision whether or not to use the tool for good or bad, if that makes sense. So the same rules apply with the pyramid, right? With pyramid schemes. Okay, a scheme is nothing more than a well laid out plan. So whether it's legally or illegal, that's what you got to determine. Now, there's a guy, the father of Ponzi schemes, Charles Ponzi, is a guy from Italy, actually came to America, and this guy actually founded the SEC, right? The Securities Exchange, which is crazy. And he had, he launched one of the biggest Ponzi schemes out there. He got busted for it. Yet all the government did, he did it to the tune of millions, right? And it was actually something where a lot of people were profiting from it, but there was no product or value going back down the pyramid. That's where the pyramids become a problem. When you buy into something, and just understand something, right? If you got to go somewhere to perform a task or perform a task or a job for somebody, then you're at hire for them, right? They're your boss for that period of time for that task, because you're actually exchanging your time for dollars, right? However, when you have to invest in something, you have what's called owner equity, right? Where you're able to generate revenues because you own it. You can make decisions. You can actually add or take away, do whatever it is you want to do because you own it, right? If you look at major corporations, a lot of times they hire unskilled family members. Why? Because they own the fucking thing, okay? Pardon my French, but you guys need to hear the raw truth, right? They own it, right? So if you don't own your job, guess what? You can't give your family member a job. You cannot get cash flow. There's nothing you can do other than taking whatever it is they decide to pay you that you accept for your time, and then next to that, you're paying taxes out the wazoo, because they're pulling taxes out of your earnings before you even get it. And then every time you go make a purchase, you got to pay state or federal taxes or whatever. So you're being taxed twice, right? Next to that, with schemes, again, like I said, it all depends on who's running it. Social Security, let's look at that for instance, right? That money's being taken out of your check every time you get paid, right? What are you getting in return for it? Nothing, right? That money's going right back out the back door. The government is paying it right back to people that are senior citizens, right? The baby boom generation was like 90 million people, right? Generation XY, there's only it was half that. So what is that telling you? That, for every one of us in my generation, for every one of me, right? There's not enough of us paying into Social Security for us to have security when we become senior citizens. So what is that telling you? Our kids, our generation, we're gonna have to work until we die, straight up. Unless you do something about it and change your direction, you're gonna work till you die, right? Free enterprise is probably the only real chance you have of having a life, okay? Investing in something like Dame Dash said, man, putting up your own money. When you put up your money, you own. Okay, you have ownership, you have rights, you can delegate, you can actually innovate and change things. That's why people like Larry Ellison, Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, the guy for Patron, John De La Hoya, whatever his name is, because they own, David Washington, they own something. That's why they're billionaires, right? You got to own something. You got to be able to give massive value back to the marketplace, or guess what? You're gonna be broke, okay? You're gonna suffer. You're gonna suffer the consequences of failing to invest in the number one asset that you have, which is you. Every single day, turn the damn stupid box off, because that's how Ted Turner and all those big cats, they keep you controlled. You know what I mean? They tell you their vision, and you believe it, right? Because you're trained to believe that seeing is believing, right? So what do you believe? Do you see your vision? Do you see your dreams? Or do you run around bashing people about their dreams because they're a part of a network marketing or affiliate marketing opportunity where they're like myself, they're just at home doing whatever they want to do, whenever they want to do it. And because of companies like payment processors like PayPal, Stripe, cash tags, Square Cash, you can actually process payments right from your mobile device, right from your laptop, for products and services, right? You can create your own info products, your own educational system, and sell it direct to user. You don't have to worry about getting licensing, about doing all that crazy crap like you would if you had to go get into a traditional franchise business, right? You got to pay a huge license fee because they're going to give you a turnkey operation that works, right? If you were to go purchase a McDonald's, Burger King, some kind of franchise or something, there it works. So because you're paying for a proven system, all the research has already been done for you. Everything's been tested. All you got to do is learn how to run the operation, learn how to actually train your staff, and then hopefully you'll be in profit. Okay, most small businesses, they don't last more than 3 to 5 years, right? Because there's so much overhead. Most small business owners, they can't keep up with the cash flow. Is tough to grab because they don't have good management skills, or there's just not enough profit coming in for them to be able to create a solid return on their investment, right? So a lot of people look at private franchising and they bash it because, oh, they tried this or they tried that and it failed. Well, it's not that it failed, because most of those big companies, privately owned affiliate marketing companies or network marketing, MLMs, whatever you want to call them, they're successful companies, right? It's not the company. Don't ever blame the company. Blame the guy or the girl that's in the mirror, because you just failed to work your business, okay? You paid for your franchising setup. It wasn't $1 million. Maybe it might have been 100, maybe 200, maybe 500, maybe 1,000, maybe 2,000 or 5,000, right? It's the poor man's way of getting rich, okay? You can actually invest into something where you can get access to individuals that have been there before you, that have tried, tested, and they know what works, but you don't have to pay millions of dollars in order to learn it, right? And it just blows my mind that people look at that stuff and they call it a scheme, yet they go to a fucking 9-to-5 job every day and they pay into one of the biggest schemes on planet Earth, and they don't even care. They happily pay this shit, right? And they fail to realize that the government is doing nothing more than debunking the currency, right? And the value of it is going down, prices are going up, and your income isn't changing, right? But your bills are coming every month, and then you wonder why, if you're looking at this video, you're wondering why you're broke. You're wondering why you're struggling paycheck to paycheck, because honestly, you don't know what you don't know, right? And you gotta wake up to the opportunity, to the idea. Stop running away from opportunity. Opportunity is always knocking. They say success is where luck meets preparedness, right? And if you're not prepared for an opportunity, guess what? You're going to fail. You're not going to have success. You're going to struggle. You're going to have a tough time trying to make it in life, trying to do things that you want to do, because, unlike what's the old saying? The mind is like a parachute. It only works when it's open. If you've been down the road where people have told you, go to school, get a good education, get a good job, and everything's going to be all right, man, guess what? Look around you, man. Look at the unemployment rates. Look at the availability of jobs. Look at what happened up in the Rust Belt now, right? Up north, Detroit, Chicago, and those places, Pennsylvania, and the steel companies and all that stuff. All those jobs are becoming obsolete. They're going to foreign countries, right? They're going to India. They're going to the Philippines. They're going to Thailand because labor is cheaper. People don't complain as much. And it's cost effective, right? So that people like the big wigs, that those hedge fund managers on Wall Street, can continue to pull in 800, a billion, 200 million, whatever they want to make, and nobody can tell them shit, right? Because they own it. They're owners, right? And you got to understand, what can you do about it? Nothing. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing that you can do to stop them if you try. But you can either beat them or join them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying join them to the tune of where you have to be filthy, stinking rich and just hoard money. Of course not. You don't need $1 billion every year to survive. If you're spending that much cash, then there's something wrong with your values. Okay, if you're just blowing money like that, there's definitely something wrong with your self-image. And you're a fucking imbecile, if you ask me, in my opinion, straight up. Because there's too many people out there that can actually help to build a better tomorrow. The kids out there tomorrow are the future. There's no reason why people should be suffering like this. However, people choose to suffer. It's a choice. It's a decision. You know what I mean? You sit back and you complain. Keep in mind, like if you look at a pyramid, right? There's very few at the top and the masses are at the bottom. So if you really wanted to divide and conquer, there's way more people at the bottom than us. I'm not a multimillionaire yet or a billionaire, but I'm getting there, okay? And you can do it too. Just want to let you know, you can do it too. It's possible for each and every one of us out there to be able to do it. You just have to have a vision, have a dream, and just like Walt Disney said, everybody can have their dreams, and you can live and experience your dreams if you have the courage to pursue it. If you have the courage to pursue it, okay? The pursuit of happiness, right? What is that? Happiness is whatever you make it, right? It's whatever you want it to be. It's whatever you design it to be. And yeah, money doesn't grow on trees, but you can actually create your own printing press. When I first read one of Robert Kiyosaki's books, and he talked about printing your own money, I thought it just sounded weird. I didn't understand it. But as I studied more, and as I made the decision to get out of that slave ship, which is, I was in the Army for 10 years, right? So I decided to just quit that, get out the military, and I said, I'm never going to work for anybody again. I don't care if I have to go homeless or scrub toilets with my toothbrush. I ain't doing that shit, because there's no value in it, right? And I'll tell you, it's been 3.5 years now since I've been out the Army. I haven't worked for anybody. I've only been working for myself. I work from home, generate all my revenues from home. I teach people how to do it. And I do it using free services and systems, right? I show you how you can actually take websites like Facebook, YouTube, Google, and turn them into cash cows for you, right? Whether it's, when you think about it, if you're making $100 a day from home, that's like $3,100 a month. It's free and clear of taxes. Of course, you're gonna have to pay year-end taxes or quarterly taxes, but guess what? You decide. You don't pay it up front, because you're the owner now. You know what I'm saying? You put your money up, you put equity into it. A lot of people complain and they say, well, I'm not paying something up front to make money. You're a fucking idiot if you're thinking that way. Sorry to tell you. Excuse my language, but you gotta get the raw, uncut, unprotected, unadulterated adult truth. Because if you think putting up your money for something is a ripoff, then why do you put your money up to buy a car? Why do you pay your cell phone bill every month? Why do you even pay money to go to college to learn how to be a Ponzi scheme worker? Really? Are you that blind to what's going on around you? Let's think about it. College is not the way. Look at all the billionaires. They quit college. Why? Because there's no security at the end of it. They give you a piece of paper that you cannot pass on to your kids, that you go work for somebody, and they will eliminate you the first chance you get. If you're a woman, you're probably going to face a sexual harassment issue at your job at some point in time, right? That's just the fact. That's just the stone cold truth, right? And a lot of the big kahunas, they don't want to deal with that crap. So what do? They simply just brush the dirt like you are off their shoulders, and they don't care, right? They don't care, because it's not affecting their pocket. It's actually saving them by getting rid of you, because they can, instead of paying 10,000 people $30,000 a year for salary, they can just buy a machine for $100,000 one time, and it'll work 24/7, 365. Will not complain, won't go on vacation, just probably needs a little maintenance, which will take probably a handful of people to fix that for a flat cost, right? So, let's think about the reality of what we're doing and how we think about things, and let's change the channel, right? Or let's clean our lenses, right? So that we can be able to see clearly and have more, be more, and do more. Because if you're sitting around waiting for an opportunity or depending on Uncle Sam to take care of you, I'm sorry, but you're going to suffer for a long time, because Uncle Sam's broke, okay? Politicians, the government, they ran up a $14 trillion plus debt, man. They can't pay it. What do you think is going to happen when 2020 arrives or 2026 arrives, right? What do you think is going to happen? Do you think you're just going to sit back and collect? You guys that are in the military, man, that are, especially, I'm going to shout out my brother, man. You know who you are. If you've seen this video, bro, my heart goes out to you, brother. Your kids deserve more. Your family deserves more. If you think waiting for that friggin' retirement check is going to help you, you're not going to make $1 million that way, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? They can pull that shit anytime they want, because you don't control it. Okay, the currency's going downhill fast, and if you're gonna sit and wait 20 years to get a retirement check, bro, I'm sorry for you, man. They're gonna pull that shit sooner or later, and you're gonna you're gonna think back on this, and you're gonna be like, damn, I should have did something while I had the chance. Don't retire and go get a job. That's the worst thing you can do. Retire and get into private franchising. Retire and start your own company, not your job. Don't go become a plumber or an electrician and think that that's your way to riches. I'm not knocking those professions. By all means, if you're in that profession, just look at a more efficient, more effective way to create revenue, right? Outsource. You want to outsource, and you want to scale your business, right? You want to put the power of the money back into the hands of your partners. Okay, always look for partnerships, right? If you're looking to partner up on some products and learn some stuff, there's probably some info below. You can get a hold of me, or leave a comment or something. comment, share this post if you're seeing it on Facebook. Give me a thumbs up if it's on YouTube if you think I'm talking stuff that makes sense. If not, I don't care. You know, I'm making money. You're probably not. Or you're probably not making as much, and that's cool. More power to you. You will get it one day. Maybe it might be too late for you. I don't know, but you need to start waking up. Okay, start waking up from the American nightmare and start living your dream. So with that said, man, just enjoy the rest of your day. I'm about to just go watch a movie or something. Actually, I'm going to go make this a blog post. So it'll be really interesting after I see this. And I'm going to send this to you. I'll probably do a Periscope in a little bit to promote this and make sure you guys see this information so that you can grasp it. And it's getting hot out here too, so I'm about to go in the AC and just relax. So that's all I got for this video, man. I'm definitely going to see you guys at the bank, at the top, and on the beaches of the world, man. Come out to the next event. Trying to find out. There's probably a tab up top or somewhere. It says events or something. That's where you can find me next if you want to come out, mastermind, hang out, learn what I know, pick my brain a little bit. You know, I'm not saying that I know all, but I might know something, or I might want to pick your brain because you might know something and I want to monetize. You know what I mean? Every idea is an opportunity to create revenue. Okay, so I'm gonna leave you with that thought, and I'll see you guys in the next video tomorrow, or in the Periscope, or on the beaches of the world. Peace.